Hey folks, you are joining the Skirmisher Game Development Group in a demo of the 100 Oddities for an Arcane Academy system-free role-playing game supplement. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Octavius Knorr, who will be running tonight's session and showing you why this is exactly the title you need to be including in your library.
Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, so I prefer Doc Ock, but that's already trademarked or copyrighted apparently. So Dr. Octavius it is, which is my real name, not Doctor. It's a title. Yeah, so today we'll be running 100 Oddities for an Arcane Academy. There's zero prep for this beyond I've made some maps in advance for the Academy itself. Beyond that, we're going to roll from the D100 charts. Each of the players will roll once, and then we'll take a little break, 10-15 minutes. I'll stitch together an adventure very quickly on the fly. I'll show you my notes afterwards that I use for that. And that's about it. We've already put, rolled characters and things like that up. So that's good to go. But our party today will include, you've already met Brenda, and Brenda is playing Danica. Do you want to describe your character, or should I just?
I will describe her happily. Danica is a fierce dragonborn sorcerer who gets her magic casting ability from a gold dragon, but she's a red dragonborn. I created her to be as abusive as possible.
Lovely. Okay, moving along. Let's next on my screen is Penny. So Penny's playing Aquila Valeriana. I think I got that right.
The West Coast Valerians.
There we go. So go ahead, Penny.
Aquila is a wizard from a very old wizarding family, and she is acutely aware of her position in society, and there's a lot of pressure on her to perform.
Okay, thanks. And since I'm going clockwise, not left to right, Amanda's next with Mauro the Warlock.
Yeah, so I'm playing Mauro the Wood Elf Warlock, who's just happy to be at this really cool school and not wandering around in the forest anymore.
Awesome. And Mike is Rorik Yorick of York, who is apparently a bard.
Yeah, he's a bard. He is specifically a jester. His family made its fortune in pork and decided that they wanted something better for him, and they really didn't want him hanging around the house doing stand-up anymore, so they packed him off to this Arcane Academy so that he could hone his magical skills and make good in the world with them.
Okay, well, I'm sure the world of pork will truly miss Rorik Yorick of York in the business, but okay. As you can probably tell, this is kind of a lighthearted game. So this isn't the, yeah. So let's go ahead and roll those D100s and we'll see what it says in 100 Oddities for an Arcane Academy. I'm going to share my screen so we can look that, or see that as it happens. So share, boom. So first off, Danica.
All right. Danica rolls a 63.
63. So
boom,
oddity number 63.
Here we are. So
a short yeah, go ahead, you read it.
Okay, I'll read it. All right. A short, blonde, bespectacled student and his taller sidekick are injecting a recently deceased professor laid out on a dining table with a bulb syringe full of glowing green syrup. A nearby sideboard holds pilfered laboratory equipment, a smoky brazier, and an expensive balance. I'm gonna go with Brazier.
Fully noted. Okay, Penny, what does Aquila roll?
I got a 35.
35. That's up here. Okay, there you go, 35.
A gargoyle mounted atop a nearby doorway knows every student by name, even the meaningless ones, offering them a cheerful greeting or friendly encouragement as they pass by. The gargoyle is immediately suspicious of non-students and knows when a passerby is simply wearing a school uniform as a disguise. The gargoyle is quick to raise the alarm, but not above being bribed.
All right. 35. Got it. And Amanda, what does Mauro roll?
89.
89. It's up here, right there. Okay.
All right. 89 reads, an old groundskeeper wearing oversized boots, an equally ill-fitting trench coat, and strap-on elk antlers futilely chases a pack of collared jackrabbits around the campus. He is accompanied by his grossly overweight dog, who also sports a set of strap-on antlers.
All right. 89. And Mike, what does Yorick, the Yorick of Pork roll?
Rolled 56.
Say that again?
56.
56. Got it. Okay.
A 5-foot diameter globe floats in the air near the center of the room. When it is touched by a living creature, the globe surface churns in a rainbow swirl for a few seconds before showing all the geographic features. For example, oceans, mountains, hills, forests, towns, castles, roads, that the individual has knowledge of, i.e. has visited, read about, heard about, seen on a map. It shows only what the user knows or believes to be the case and is thus not necessarily accurate. This device is typically used by the geography professor to test students.
Okay, great. So I'll stop the share at this point. And I've got your rolls. I'm going to roll a couple myself. Let's get the dice out here. The first one is for the Student Academy. That's a D20 roll. Not Student Academy, Student Organization. So that's an 18. 18 is the Student Conjure Ball League, a boisterous club for student athletes and rowdy fans of an incomprehensibly complex magical sport. And there's more text, but we'll leave that out because you get the idea. Okay, so the Conjure Ball League will play a role in this. Your faculty advisor is a 3. Your faculty advisor is a chiseler who has embezzled the club's budget. We'll see how that plays a role. And the magical text, let's see, Arcane Academy tomes, that's a 19. Brewing and Distilling. Okay, so a book named Brewing and Distilling by Alfleda Torvalds' daughter will also play a role. Okay, so I need a few minutes to put this together. When we're back, I will explain the premise, the location, and the starting scene, and we'll kick it off and see what happens.
All right, folks, little pause for us, but for you, we're going to be right back in a second. All right, we are back, and Dr. Noor, Doc Ock, is done with his preparations. We're going to jump into our game. So take it away.
Okay, awesome. So it took about 15 minutes there, and I printed, copied and pasted from the Oddities book, and then put my adventure notes around that. I'll share that later after the session. This should take about an hour, hour and a half. Just in case you're wondering how long this is and you're too lazy to look at the progress indicator at the bottom of the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and share screen 2. Let's just share the monitor. Boom. Okay. So again, 100 Oddities for an Arcane Academy, system-free source book. There's a series of them, close to 20 of these for various topics. And today's is an Arcane Academy. We are using 5e, Dungeons and Dragons, to actually play the game, but you could use any game system of your choosing, or we just happen to use 5e for this. So we rolled the various oddities, did the student generator, student organization generator, and tomes. Okay, so where are we? Where is our party of intrepid students located? Well, they're in Kos, Island of Kos, which is part of the Swords of Kos fantasy campaign setting. It's a 364-page book available on Drive-Thru-RPG. Anyway, moving down, here's the map of the Mediterranean region, and the island of Kos is right around here.
Over to the left a little. Yeah, right there.
Thanks.
Yep.
Right there. So that's where Kos is. It's a real place. It's in the Aegean Sea, and the premise is in this world that there was a volcanic eruption, island of Thera, that blew the hell out of everything. And kind of hit the reset button for civilization. It's about 100 years after that volcanic eruption. Some historical things didn't occur. There was no huge Roman Empire stomping around, changing things. So it's very much a Greek world. So it's familiar, but different. That said, we are in the city of Kos. So here's the city. There's the left half. There's the right half. Sorry, couldn't get display all together, but anyway, the Arcane Academy is right around here, next to the Mercantile District, that number 35 right there. Boom, at least all this works. That is the Order of Gemini, which is kind of like the Wizards Guild, and next to it, the building is the Arcane Academy. What does that look like? Well, no. Here it is. So this is the Arcane Academy. Front entrance over here, main entrance, back entrance over here. This map, by the way, is available in the 100 Oddities book. So if you like the map and want to use it, it's in there. High res and free to use. This is the courtyard. So once you get through the entrance, you're in the courtyard. The various classrooms are down here. These are all labeled. There's a library. There's a great hall, of course, because there's always a great hall. Kitchen and the cook. This is the student corridor here. So the various dorms for underclassmen, upperclassmen are located against the north wall. There's a couple prefect rooms. There's a student lounge. There's a club room, which is where the Conjure Ball League will be meeting or starting off. Groundskeeper lives up here. Down here, you have a spell room and a laboratory. There's also some storerooms and some very lovely privies. So this area down here, you're familiar with it, you've heard of it, but that's where the professors and the faculty hang out. So you kind of know there's stuff there, but you don't know what it is. I'll point out that there is a stairway up here that leads to the upper level, as well as down here. So once you decide to go upstairs where there's some more stuff, we'll talk about that. But I don't want to flood you with too much info. You're all low-level wizards students. You've been at the school a couple months. The term started in fall. It's approaching winter break, which doesn't mean much in this part of the world. But because you're low-level wizards and warlocks and sorcerers and bards, the faculty want you to be able to cast spells more than once a day. So this pentagram here is a mana recharge. So, or mana, I guess pronunciation isn't my thing. So this is the recharge pentacle. So when you need to recharge your magical energies, you just go here, spend a round there, and boom, you get your spells back.
Got it.
Because you're all low level, your spells aren't always going to work quite the way you expect. And the more dangerous spells like Magic Missile or, like Magic Missile, aren't necessarily going to be quite as effective, quite as lethal, just because there are some wards in place to keep the students from killing each other or the faculty. Yeah, so we will start. Any questions? Does that kind of make sense?
Great
Okay,
now.
great. Thanks. Yeah, I used Incarnate, which is a website. We we have a paid subscription, but it's quite inexpensive, which lets us do commercial reuse, which is why you can get this in the 100 Oddities book. It's also free, but not for commercial reuse. Okay, zooming in. So this is the top. This is up here. This quadrant is what you're looking at now.
Mhm.
So I will start you out wherever if your icon is a bit long, then it's wherever the bottom of your token is. That's the square you're in. I'll point out that the player characters, we knew who the player characters were in advance, so they have fairly nice tokens. Some of the opposition tokens down here aren't necessarily as sophisticated. That's because we got them from Wiki Commons on the fly, so to speak, because we only have a few minutes to choose, and this is what I could come up with in a few minutes. Okay, so you all walk into the club room. You're all members of the Conjure Ball League, because pretty much all the students except one are, and nobody talks to him. That Conjure Ball League is a mix of a sport played on brooms with clubs, where you try to knock various balls and things through magical hoops, and but also a mix of a game where you walk around with your magic wand and try to capture illusory little creatures in order to build up your little illusory army to fight other Conjure Ball players. So it's incomprehensibly complex, but it's incredibly popular. So as you walk into this room, the club room for your meeting, you see the student that no one talks to, that no one is friends with because he doesn't like Conjure Ball, laying on the floor, and there's some blood trickling away from his greasy black hair, and he's laying there face down near the middle of the room, next to the table.
Well, this is sort of the definition of irony, isn't it?
Well, I'll run over and check on him. Is he alive?
You
Yeah,
see,
if he's alive
indeed,
and vulnerable, then we can sacrifice him and summon something extra good.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure
Well-
we'll get expelled if we do that.
Only if we get caught. And if it's powerful enough, it won't matter because we'll run this place.
Okay, hang on. Let's take a look before we touch anything. He's dead, right?
no, he
Nope.
doesn't seem dead. He's kind of snoring, gurgling a little.
Oh,
And there's a pool of blood, but you determine it's a scalp wound, so it's probably bled a little more than it is
It's more
actually
like
fatal.
a puddle than a
You
pool.
do make an intelligence check, all of you. Online or dice, doesn't matter. Just give me the results. So D20 plus your int bonus.
15.
13.
Ooh, 19. Wait, I have intelligence. Hold on. No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, 20.
5.
Oh.
That's
Rory-
with my bonus.
Rorik, who, like most jesters, is quite self-centered, can't remember this character's name, but Danica recognizes him. His name is Neapolis.
You have to have a good memory for names if you want to summon things.
This is true.
Yeah,
just
well,
the
you're
rules.
dragonborn, so all these humanoid types, they all look alike anyway. So names are the only way to differentiate them.
Yeah, they're all
through your,
called John or
draconic
something.
eyes. So Neapolis, that's his name,
Cool.
and he's laying there, kind of gurgling.
Well, presumably we want to know what happened. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Do it.
I will cast Heroism, which is one of my spells. And the effect of Heroism is that he will gain 3 phantom hit points per round, 3 temporary hit points per round. So I'm not healing him, but I'm getting him back into play for a minute. And then, of course, all of those
Little drop.
all of the
Oh.
temporary hit points will disappear after a minute. So debrief him quickly.
So you touch him, he jerks upright, sits up, little drops of blood splatter around, and he
I
says,
say, Orpheus, arise.
"They took it. They took it.
What?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Okay, but what was it?
The trophy."
Wait. What trophy? Something missing from this room. Do we
Conjure
realize
ball
now that?
trophy.
Make a perception check.
Oh boy,
Right?
perception check. Ha! I got a natural 20 on my perception check. That's nice.
Mauro instantly realizes that the conjure ball trophy, the gilded, yes, the gilded trophy, which is a small figure of Hercules carrying a globe on his back, with a wand in his hand, it's gone.
Ah,
It was on the mantelpiece, on the south wall, but it isn't there.
they took the trophy. Who's they? Who was
Yeah.
it?
Who's they?
They had ears and fur. It was horrible. Big ears.
Okay.
I don't remember. My head, it hurts so much.
Okay.
Fur, ears. Ugh. And he collapses again. His 3 hit points are.
Oh. Should we like put a pillow under his head or something? I don't know any first aid. I don't think I can help him.
I almost took healing, but
Almost, and then didn't.
this actually worked just fine for our purposes, though. Do you need me to cast it again, or did we find out what we needed to from
I
him?
think we know what we need to know.
I want to investigate. I have a good investigate. I want to look for
Okay,
clues.
good.
I
Yeah,
want to
make
look
an
for
investigate.
clues, and like are there like tufts of fur or something.
Okay.
19.
Perfect. Yeah. You find several whiskers. They're quite long. They're about 2 feet long. Thick whiskers.
2 feet long.
Like from an animal of some sort. And there are some strange paw tracks. They're 4, 5, 6 inches long, so they're really big paws, but they don't seem predatorial. They're kind of paw-like.
Is
And
it
they're
two
oddly
big
spaced.
prints and then 2 little prints with one slightly ahead of the other, and the 2 big prints are side by side like this?
Yeah,
6
like that.
inches.
Like,
Can I make a
higher
nature
hand.
check?
Oh, that's a
yeah,
good
make a nature
idea.
check. Yeah.
All right, I've got +2 on nature. I'm not trained in it, but it's just because I've got high intelligence, even though I never succeed on intelligence checks. God damn it, another 5.
You're pretty sure it's a snake trap.
The rare 4-footed snake.
Can the
I think
rest
I
of us
was
make
rolling a
nature checks?
D6.
Yes, if you have nature, you can indeed make a nature check.
Oh, I don't have nature.
But why are you doing it? I already rolled nature. It's a snake.
It's a snake. There's
I don't
nothing-
think it's a snake. I feel like that's not right.
nothing more to learn here.
9. Those are tracks, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Snake tracks.
Anyone else?
My turn. 13 plus 1, 14.
Yeah, it's some sort of rodent. Could be a squirrel, but it would be the biggest damn squirrel you've ever seen.
The paws
biggest
tracks
damn
are
squirrel.
this big. That would be a very frightfully large squirrel. I've never seen a squirrel that big.
Cool. But they burn, so not worried about it.
Why would you burn perfectly good squirrel meat?
I don't have an answer for you.
Well, can we track the snake based on
Meat?
the tracks that it left behind?
Yes, Ranger Yorick, you could certainly try.
I have -1 on survival.
What are you gonna do?
He's going to probably step all over the snake tracks and eradicate them.
I
Right.
have +4 in investigation. Can I use an investigation?
Yeah, you can
on the
use
track?
that for to try to follow the track. Sure.
All right. Because I keep rolling 5s on all of my checks. It doesn't really matter what the modifier is.
Survival hardly seems a fitting skill when we're inside of the school anyway.
Meh, I get a 10 +4 on my investigation. I get a 14 on my investigation check to try to track the snake.
That's sufficient to follow some bloody footprints.
Neat.
It may peter out at some point. So it goes out the hallway, out towards the courtyard.
I lead the way.
The tracks are bloody. So it's like little bunny feet dipped in blood.
Like that. They
Is
keep
there, like,
getting
curve?
lighter as if the blood is being worn off the feet.
Aha. So the blood came from Nigel and it's being
Did they stomp on
minute.
him?
Neapolis came from
Neapolis. Sorry.
What was he
Neapolis.
doing in here anyway? He doesn't even like the game.
He was stealing the trophy.
You should have asked him while I had him propped
So
up.
he's unconscious now. So
Yeah.
He's unconscious and we can find him later if we need to.
All right. Fortune favors the bold. I'm gonna follow those bloody footprints.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll come too.
All
I'll
right.
follow Danica and Aquila.
okay, go ahead, move yourselves. You can
I'm
Are you
this
probably
nice
see
dragon
the
figure.
footprints on. Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you
There we
coming with
go.
us today, Mauro?
I just moved. Don't sass me.
I get it,
I'm
Mike.
there.
I get it.
Thank you.
Good jest, your Rorik.
I'm going to ignore your punning.
Okay, so out here, you see. Let me get this straight. Whoops. Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness for Control Z.
Yeah, Control Z brings it right, fixes all the problems in Zoom, or sorry, Google Jamboard. Okay, couple more.
Okay, that's a lot of bunnies.
So this is the courtyard.
Yeah, so and I'll describe that. So you move out of the gloomy hallway through the heavy stone doors into the brisk coast late autumn sky. And you're in a big courtyard. These are 5-foot squares, just for reference. And up ahead, you see an old groundskeeper wearing oversized boots with an ill-fitting trench coat. For some reason, he's got elk antlers strapped to his head. He's running around the courtyard, chasing these gigantic collared jackrabbits. The rabbits are about 3-4 feet tall. They're much bigger than any rabbit you've ever seen. And his dog is barking furiously. His dog is also quite grossly overweight and also has antlers on, and you don't get the impression. Well, the dog is barking, and that seems to be encouraging the rabbits to run even faster. So the two are chasing the rabbits. You do see, I'll put this one over here, near the groundskeeper's door, there are a couple rabbits that are trussed. They're still alive, you think, but they're bound, and looks like he's probably caught them because he has some of the same twine in his hand that they're trussed with.
Do we know about these rabbits? Are these something we've seen before?
You have not seen these particular rabbits. They move.
Do we know the groundskeeper? Are we familiar with him?
Oh, yeah, everybody knows the groundskeeper. He lives in the little room right there with his dog. His name, of course, is, what's his name? His name is Poncephalus, and his dog's name is Dent. And he's yelling, "Dent, you moron! Quit chasing those rabbits!" as he lurches after him. So Poncephalus. He notices you as he's chasing them and says, "Hey, you lot, come help me. Need to round up these rabbits."
Okay.
Oh, I don't think so.
What? But he asked for help. We should help.
Is this
It's his job, not ours.
is this behavior characteristic of him, or does he seem more than usually deranged?
It seems pretty characteristic from
Standard
what you picked up.
deranged it is.
You're
I
not
have
really sure
mage
of his
hand as a
status.
cantrip,
You're
so
not
I want to
exactly
mage hand
sure
the
whether-
bunnies.
Yeah, you're a little uncertain of his status. He's the groundskeeper, but he's almost like a professor, but maybe not quite. The school headmaster seems to be really fond of him though. So,
And we don't know why he's trying to capture the rabbits.
no.
All right. I'll let the rest of the party deal with him. I'm going to go over to the trust rabbits, and I'm going to use speak with animals to ask them what's going on and why groundskeeper Poncephalus is chasing after their friends and tied them up. So I cast my speak with animals, which is my second spell. I'll be out of spells once I've cast this.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. Let's say that takes a couple rounds to implement all that.
Yeah.
What do the rest of you do in the meantime?
I have
Do you
mage
help?
hand, and I can mage hand the bunnies.
Okay.
Or are they too big for mage hand? I'll let that become a later problem. I'm going to try it.
All right. Let me look that up real quick.
Let's see. Mage hand is right here. Spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. Hand lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it, which is 1 minute. The hand vanishes. If it is ever more than 30 feet away from you, you can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, retrieve an item for an open container, or pour contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it. Hand can attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds. Are the bunnies more than 10 pounds?
The bunnies are more than 10 pounds, but try it and see what happens.
Well, there's nothing for it. If they're more than 10 pounds, I got to firebolt them.
What?
I'll try the mage hand. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so why don't we roll for initiative? So we
right.
have an order. But now that I know that at least one of you, other than Rorik, is doing something, then
Oh,
now
all right.
everyone has to.
I've got mage hand too.
Everybody's got mage hand. It's the best cantrip.
I don't have it.
Well, you didn't choose the right cantrips.
But you do have heroism.
Mike, your
There.
character's a joke.
Well, literally.
Okay,
That's what he's going
Danica,
for.
so just read off your initiatives once you have them.
17.
Okay, Danica's
20.
17.
I would tell you if I could find where initiative is on the sheet.
Sorry.
Just add your dex bonus to it.
Amanda, Mauro is a what?
20.
20. Wow. Okay.
Rorik is a 20.
13.
I can fail at what I'm going to do very quickly.
Okay. 15, Aquila.
13.
13, close enough. Okay. I will roll for
Oh, there it is.
Poncephalus. He's then Pon and Dent. And then for the rabbits. Ooh, they're fast.
Like jackrabbits.
Just like rabbits.
Okay, so the rabbits run around like crazy.
Ah, ah, ah.
He runs around and the dog is just barking and chasing. These two just ride a little bit. So why don't we do Rorik first? So Rorik, you moved over here and cast your spell this round.
That's
Okay.
right.
Mauro, what are you doing, Mauro?
I was going to also chase the rabbits. I want to help try to catch them.
Okay.
I don't have a smart way to do it. I'm just gonna chase them.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go for it.
chase. I'm gonna chase this one. Should I try to tackle it? Is that a thing I can do? Just want
Yeah,
to try to grab
let's-
it. Would that just be
let's
like an
have a-
unarmed attack?
Yeah. Why don't we do that? And they have a defensive mechanism, of course.
Naturally,
Yeah.
like being a
4-foot
rabbit.
It's right here. Okay, so you are going to tackle it.
Right.
So what they're going to do first is attack you,
Oh, okay.
and then let's see. That's not really fair. Let's do this. Let's do an opposed. So the rabbit is using his feet to try to ward you off, to thump you
Naturally.
away.
Right.
Right. So why don't you make a acrobatics or athletics or strength or dex, whichever of those you have, as
Okay.
and you can add your proficiency bonus. So
Okay.
+2
All right.
to try to tackle it. And it will, respond accordingly.
So that'll be an 18 on my tackle attempt.
Ooh, nice. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh, the bunny. It has beaten me.
So you were
Invested by the
were
bunny.
spot on. You were positive you were going to get this rabbit. You got your elf arms around it, had it by the ears, and both feet just whack you right in the face.
Oh, no.
You take 4 points of damage,
Ow.
and you're knocked back 5 feet, and you're prone.
Good
Ouch.
Lord.
That's
Okay.
one mean rabbit.
Wow.
I guess we know what
Rabbit.
happened to the student in the club room.
For sure.
Yep.
The emphasis on
Okay, so
club.
that's Mauro. Danica, what are you going to do?
Well, I want to try using this mage hand. I know it's gonna fail, but I want to try to use it to restrain a bunny.
Okay, and I forget what's the range on that.
I can probably cover the whole room, but 1 second. It's right here. I can reach 30 feet.
Okay, you might have to move a little bit, but there's no
Yeah,
problem.
why don't
finding you.
I go
Okay.
ahead and pop myself into, whoops, it's in zoom mode, not move mode. There we go. Here, next
Okay.
to Murder Bunny, and I'm gonna try to mage hand it and see what happens.
Okay, so you're not really attacking it. I'm going to let you try this. So why don't you make a ranged spell attack
Okay,
as a proxy for what you're doing, and it's going to try to defend. And then I'll explain what happens, because
all right.
it does indeed weigh more than 10 pounds.
Yeah, all right. Let's see what happens. $23.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
23. Well, I rolled an 18, so for its opposition, so
Not
you,
funny.
yeah, you managed to get your invisible mage hand around its 2 ears, and it's squealing like a rabbit would if you grabbed its ears, except much louder because it's much bigger, and it's running around but much less effective. So you think you've probably slowed it quite a bit.
Slightly slowed
Ah.
Murder Bunny.
That was smart.
So for game
Yeah, well, that's
purposes,
because
let's just
Paul is
say that
flexible in
it-
letting me use a spell the way it's not supposed to be used.
They should all be used the way they're not supposed
I
to.
agree.
Okay, so that was your turn. So you've effectively, it has disadvantage on assorted checks. Let's put it
I
that
see.
way. Moving along. Aquila, what are you going to do?
Oh my God, someone cast a silence spell on her.
Do these things have 4-foot whiskers?
Yeah, you'd be able to see that. It does look like around the right size, although the whiskers you found were a bit bigger than it.
All right.
So there's a bigger bunny.
I'm going to stride into the middle of the courtyard, and I'm going to try and use Mage Hand to shove this bunny. Let me get the pointer thing. This bunny here. I am going to try and shove it toward the fellow who's supposed to be catching them.
Oh, good idea. Okay. Make a ranged spell attack.
All right. So remind me how that works.
So it's whatever your
My +3 modifier. Oh, spell attack. Okay, so
yeah, that's it. You're a wizard, so yeah, it's your int bonus +2.
that is a 21.
Ooh, nice. Okay, your mage hand is glowing. It just whacks the bunny right in its bottom, in its bunny tail, and the bunny hops forward 5 feet in pain, surprise, and confusion. And conveniently, it is Poncephalus's turn. Let's see if he can now catch this thing. And he rolls a 17. So yes, indeed, he seems to be a bit more skilled at catching these things than you guys are. And so he grabs it by the ears and quickly trusses it with his wire. And he leaves it laying there, and that's his round of activity. So 1 down.
Does this stupid dog do anything useful on his turn?
The dog barks, chases this one some more, and that one runs away. Okay, so Rorik, round 2. What do you do?
I asked the rabbits what's going on. Why are you here, and why is this guy chasing you? And did you beat up that kid in the club room?
What's the club room?
The room where the kid was curb stomped by a rabbit.
No, that wasn't us. That was the bunny man.
Oh, good Lord.
There is also a bunny man.
Where's the bunny
Okay.
man now?
He went away through the big door over there.
Oh,
Does the rabbit indicate with its ears which door?
It's
one
hard
the
to tell.
exterior? Huh?
It's hard to tell, but you're pretty sure it's not the door that's right next to you. So it's indicating one of these doors.
Inward rather than outward. Okay, that's probably all I can ask in one round.
Yep.
this door.
Yeah.
Okay. Mauro, what are you going to do?
Okay, I want to continue to help with this bunny wrangling effort, but I don't want to get kicked in the face again. So I'd like to cast a spell on myself to protect myself from bunny kicks to the face.
Okay.
I have Armor of Agathis,
Okay.
which I will cast on myself. It says a protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. I gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. It lasts for an hour. And any creature that hits me with a melee attack will take 5 cold damage. So take
Nice.
that, bunny.
That's a good one.
Bunny's
Okay.
gonna
So
regret
that was your turn. Got it. Danica.
All right, Danica sees this encounter for the red herring that it is, and makes her way to that big door in search of the bunny man.
Are you maintaining your grip on the rabbit ears with your mage hand?
Wait,
Nah,
did the
actually,
did the
I'm
rest of us
kind
under did the rest
pleased
of us
with
understand the
freedom
bunny
of
man thing?
bunnies.
Hey, Rorik, did you actually share this information?
I didn't specify that, but if you'll allow me to say that I did, then yes.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable. Okay.
Whoops, I acted on meta information.
Hey,
Metadata.
so to that effect, can we take a short 2-minute break here?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, folks. We will see you in no time for you, but 2 minutes for us. And we're back. So through the door.
Okay, so let's see. Danica goes through the door. So you're in a long corridor, and you don't see it on this map, but it heads down to the Great Hall. And there is a figure above the Great Hall, which you recognize as Martella, the school gargoyle. And she is yelling furiously. You can't quite make her out from here, though.
I have to get
She's
closer to make out what the
above the
gargoyle is saying.
Yeah, but let's just say to keep things simple, that it took you that much movement to get to here and open the door and do all those things.
Sounds good.
So Aquila, what are you going to do?
I'm
You
gonna
see
roll
Mar-
gonna look around at the rabbits, and I'm gonna roll my eyes, and I'm gonna stride after Danica.
Okay, fair enough.
If I can get
That brings us to Poncephalus, who has this trust rabbit, and he runs after this one now. Let's see.
He has trust issues.
No.
And he gets whacked in the face by a pair of big feet and is knocked flat. The rabbit jumps away.
This situation is pretty hairy.
Yeah, well, this is all crunch and no fluff. So moving along to Rorik.
Taking so
what
much
are you gonna
psychic
do?
damage right now. Me, the player.
As a free action, I say, Danica's not dragging, she's charging. And I chase after her.
Okay, and
Oh, I'll move my.
Mauro.
I'm. Hey, where'd everybody go? I thought we were helping. And I'll follow after them.
We were never helping.
No, this was never about helping.
Okay, so I'm going to I think so. What you want to do now is hit your icon, highlight it, hit Control C. I think that's how this works. And then go to the next frame and Control V, paste it in. Actually, yeah, the next frame should be the right one.
That worked.
Okay.
so except we're over here, right?
It'll just
Right.
kind of drop you wherever. Yeah. So but we're
Yeah,
gonna
just
be
put
over here.
yourselves like in that little square right there. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so Martella, the school gargoyle, is screeching above the doorway, saying, "You don't belong in here. He went through there. It went through there. Go get it. Go stop it. This is your house. You're the students. Hurry up."
What was it?
Bunny man.
Stop yelling
It was
at
a
us.
bunny man. It had big ears. It was like 7 feet tall. Or
Oh my god.
yeah, it went through the doors. And then
That sounds terrifying. Shouldn't we get like a teacher or something?
a teacher, not today. The teachers are all at the Hackathon countdown celebration
Oh, geez.
with the
They have a trophy?
upperclassmen.
We can do this. We'll get bonus marks.
Did it have a
Yeah.
trophy? I asked Marcel if it had a trophy.
It had a small statue of Atlas with a globe on his back, carrying a wand. It was made of gold. Or
Sounds
looked
right.
like
That's
it
the
was made of
trophy.
gold.
That's the trophy.
That's our trophy for participating in this foolish game of ours.
Do we have a rival
Not even-
school?
It's not
that-
even
that
a
would-
tournament trophy. It is
Just a
literally a
participation
participation.
trophy.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's all it is.
Well,
Is there a rival school that we can blame on this?
well, no,
Blame this on-
Aquila Strigfarts, which comes from the Latin word for witch and the Germanic word for to go. So Strigfarts is indeed the only accredited university of arcane education on the somewhat small island of Kos.
That
So
figures.
you do have rivals in other places, but you doubt they would travel by sea for several days to steal your trophy.
Just do our stupid
Seems
participation
excessive.
trophy.
Well, I mean, this gargoyle has given us our marching orders. I'm going after the bunny man.
Into the
onward
great
through the door.
hall.
Yep.
Here we go. Ah, yes, the ye oldie recharging pentacle.
So I did that. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, no, no, no.
So make an investigate check.
All right.
Woohoo! That's the one that adds 4 to my roll of a 3.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
17.
19. Oh, 19.
Okay, those are all good rolls. So yes,
15.
you enter the great hall, tall ceiling, about 20 feet up. The tables at the far end is the teacher's table, the professor's table. But the reason you were rolling is you notice cleverly that there are still a couple bloody footprints, and they're leading down to the south door, which is in fact slightly open.
Oh.
Oh.
We're following the bunny trail.
Oh, I see Yorick moved into the mana recharge circle.
I
So
did.
Yorick, you get your spells back, your spell
that's-
slots.
You know, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, and I see Mauro also moved in, and you are, in addition to your spells recharging,
Mhm.
you miraculously gain your hit points back as well.
Oh, nice.
All right, I'm going to do something really bootstrappy. I step out of the circle, cast a spell, which lasts an hour, and then I step back into the circle to get my spell point back.
Okay, fair enough.
You would.
Yay, Mike.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I better do that with mage armor, right? That lasts for 8 hours. Same
Smart.
plan.
If you want to know what spell I cast, let me know.
Oh, okay, it's fine. No, you spend a couple rounds gaming the system that the professors courteously set up for the advancement of your education before you go to chase your silly trophy. So
And there's a
Duly noted.
visible effect of my spell, so people would notice that I cast it.
Okay, so
I cast Disguise Self and transform myself into a bunny man.
okay, so you're now a 7-foot tall bunny.
No.
All right, let's move to the next map, which
I'm also going to cast arcane mage armor, and then
Smart.
None of your spells are very funny at all.
okay, to keep this easy, let's go to map. Yeah, well, it is the next map, so map 4. Sure.
Up for.
so here.
Yeah, so here, I'll move one of your, yeah, up there, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was slightly.
So the
disoriented,
corridor
but I
you're
get it
in is
now.
actually 10 feet wide, but I didn't crop it that way. So just keep in mind that it's a bit wider. There's a couple passages that go off to the right side of the screen, but those don't matter right now. So is everyone over?
I
Yours?
think so.
Oh,
Nope.
hold on.
Nope, not Yorick.
All right, he's coming. There.
Okay, so Yorick, who looks like a bunny man, is there.
And he can't
So,
really hop,
uh,
but the spell makes it look like he is.
Can we tie something to your ear so that if we meet the real bunny man, we'll know which one is the bunny man?
Well, I don't know what the bunny man looks like, so presumably I look like a bunny man, but not the bunny man.
It's not necessarily the bunny man we're
Right.
looking for.
So you think the tracks are running down this corridor? You see that because you rolled quite well in your investigations before, so
Right.
and they indeed go this way and down. Okay.
Ooh.
So who's there? Looks like the dragon boy. Danica, make a perception check.
Oh boy, I'm bad at that.
Me too.
Come on, natural 20. Oh, well, 18. I don't know what it is about this D20, but it's the D20.
You see an enormous furry bunny. Looks like a man though, or woman. It's hard to tell at this distance. It's
Funny
quite
person.
large, probably 7 feet. It's white fur. Think of the little bunny that you pull out of a magician's hat, except it's like Bugs Bunny and 7 feet tall.
I cast
Um,
magic missile on it.
And the image that you
disappears
found
around
for
the
this
cor-
is disturbing.
It disappears around the corner just as you turn around the corner on your end.
Damn it.
It's giving chase.
I'm gonna cast magic missile on it.
Okay, so what do you do?
Once
We
we
don't
catch
need
up
to
to
roll
it.
for initiative at this point.
Because it's still eluding us. Quickly, catch up.
Well, I want to catch up to the bunny.
You're blocking my way in this very narrow hallway.
Yeah, I'm moving. We're moving.
We're moving.
Okay.
We're moving. We're gonna get this bunny.
How many squares can we go?
And is this where the bunny man ambushes
Oh,
us?
just move yourselves. It's funnier this way.
Funnier this way.
Well-
Okay, where did the bloody footprints go? Which room? Illusion, transmutation, necromancy, conjuration, divination?
So you look down the hallway and you see the door to the right is actually 2 doors up to the left is open. That's the necromancy room.
Oh, not good.
But
Right.
there's also a set of stairs leading up immediately next to you.
So I'm guessing the blood is gone.
Make another investigate check.
Oh boy.
I'll make an investigate check after everyone else does, because I think my initiative is not as good as most people's.
Am I cheating?
Why?
Because I just rolled a 17. So that gives me an 18.
18's good enough. You see a fleck of blood on the stairs.
On the stairs. Aha, up the stairs we go.
To the stairs.
Okay.
I was
So
gonna magic missile whoever was in the necromancy room.
Just on principle.
Just on principle.
all right, so let's switch over to map 6.
Get that creepy goth kid. Oh, sorry, I thought you were a bunny man.
Oh, whoops, I thought you were a bunny man.
Map 6.
Yeah, and you're at those stairs
Oh, cool.
down at the bottom there.
The grid's a little bit smaller, huh? Okay, let me.
Have we ever been up
Oh
here?
wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. We're gonna spend about 30 seconds orienting you and then go to map 7, because map 7 is the
Got
close-up
it.
map.
Got it.
Okay, so you came up these stairs, there's a long corridor. You don't know much about this area because this is more where the upperclassmen do things, but they're all gone with the professors at the Hecaton Countdown Festival.
Mhm.
Over here is the sick ward, where you get marginal medical services if you're injured. And there's a little temple over here, and there's a museum. Most of you've spent some time in the detention room up here. And there's some stuff over here, but you don't know what it is because you're not really allowed over there.
Oh,
But let's from there pick up and go to map 7, where your icons will be the right size.
and I just noticed that your token is a moody blonde, and it's amazing.
I decided I wanted to pick like a sulky teenager.
I'm so here for it.
Oh, do I need to paste my character on here?
Yes.
Yep.
What map am I on? 7?
7. Yep.
There we go.
All right, so you get to the top of the stairs. All the doors seem closed. There's a large window right behind you. You get a nice view of the merchant's quarter to the south. But more importantly, make some perception checks.
Perception.
Perception. Yeah.
Can I roll less than a 15 tonight? Let's find out.
Boy, I sure can.
No, I just rolled another 18. Let's
Nice.
go.
I got a 20.
Wow.
Not a natural
17.
20, but
Right.
Well, your sharp senses between the dragonborn and the wood elf, you hear a odd thumping gate, as if something large and floppy was hopping, and it seems to be coming from up this way, echoing down the corridor ominously.
Okay, I got a 5 on my perception, so I'm going to say that I think that's me.
It's not. This way.
Off we go.
I'm really impressed with my illusion.
Wow.
Can you hear me hopping, everyone? This is great.
It's so
Yeah,
convincing.
you're doing great. Just keep up.
Also, someone should shut that thumping gate so it stops doing that.
So you get to the corridor and you see several doors and stairs down.
Well, it's probably not downstairs.
I would think not. It wouldn't go up and then straight back down, probably.
All right, it's like the law that in a crisis you're allowed to go into rooms that you're not usually allowed to go into, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
That
well
is the
then we
law.
should totally go into the room that we're not allowed to go into.
I
Okay.
concur.
All right, but you go first.
Yeah, totally. I'll go first. Which room is that, Paul?
Which room?
The one
Any
we're not
room
allowed,
we're not
to, be
allowed
in.
to go into, we're going to go into. now.
Yeah, the
You're
ones
not
that I'm
allowed in
allowed to
any
go
of the
into.
rooms down here.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of them? Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you don't know what any of them. You see the pictures, but you don't know what any of them are.
All right. Well, we'll start this at this first door. I barge in. It's about
Okay. Well, there's a couple chairs. There's a tub, and there's a large table with an assortment of curlers and combs and brushes. There's some scales and feathers and fur on the floor. Do any of you have familiars?
Familiars?
Oh.
Well, if you did, this is where you would take care of them to make them happy.
Oh, so it's like a
Ah.
pet grooming room.
I don't think I have
okay.
a familiar.
No, I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar.
But there's no one in here.
Okay, cool. Next room.
I've moved on to the next room.
Okay.
I impishly waggle a scale scratcher at Danica as she heads out of the room.
You
Sure.
get into this, you open this room, and in the first, there's a series of large cages here. They're secured, they look pretty robust. The first one has a weird, it seems like it's sleeping.
Bunny
Has
man.
a weird kind of, well, make a nature check, or yeah, knowledge nature.
I think that's going to be a 15. Nope. 17.
Wow.
Yeah, you recognize this. This first
19.
cage, there's a cockatrice in there,
Oh,
Oh God.
and it seems to be sleeping.
don't they turn
That's-
you to stone if they look at you?
Don't wake it up. Don't wake it up.
It's pretty quiet in here.
I can
Yeah.
see why we're not supposed to go in here.
And
Back up,
the
back up,
second
back up.
cage, in the second cage, there's this weird creature. It's floating around, kind of bumping into the walls. You don't get the feeling it's very active, but it's like a big brain about 3 feet wide with tentacles hanging down, and like kind of like a Portuguese man o' war,
Oh,
except it's
I
really
better
big,
know what that is.
and it's flowing in the air, or floating around in the air, just drifting around the cage. You can't see further down because it's fairly dim and it's really quiet.
I'm backing out of here. They should.
This is the
Why wasn't
horrible
this-
monster.
Why
room.
wasn't this door locked?
We would have figured out a way to get through it anyway.
Yes, it's true.
All right, we got more doors to try. What?
Yeah.
in here?
Well, there's a couple tables and there's brooms on them. Up on the walls, there are racks with various broomsticks, different kinds of twine, different types of straw and hay.
It's a broom workshop.
Yeah, and down at the end, there's this weird door. It's different from the other doors you've seen because it's twice as wide as a normal door, and it looks like it lifts up from the bottom and kind of rolls up into the ceiling.
Just like a garage door.
Yeah, just like that, if that existed in Coast.
It does now.
Does now.
Does
Now it's a thing. That's what we're going to
Yes,
call
this
it.
is indeed the Broom Workshop,
Sweet.
the Broom Garage.
Oh, like the auto shop.
So it's the law that you're allowed to
Mr. Porter's not
requisition a
here.
vehicle in an emergency, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I take a broom
What are
and
you
I
doing?
roll up the door. The bunny is making its escape via broom with our trophy,
You
obviously.
have to fix this, Mauro.
You have to.
But we don't know.
Today.
But we don't know that.
I know that.
No, I think we can intuit that.
Yeah, I don't think Paul would have put this in front of us if that wasn't the case.
If we weren't supposed to fly around on the brooms, then
Right, why would there be brooms?
I'm going to take one too.
Thank you.
So you take the brooms. Okay, got it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna check this door.
Indeed, when you open the door quietly, you see a short, blonde, bespectacled student and his tall sidekick injecting a gigantic 7-foot-tall rabbit with a bulb syringe filled with some sort of glowing green syrup.
No.
So
Ah,
the
Folks,
rabbit is laying face down and the syringe is poking down near the bunny tail and it's being injected with something. There's another rabbit clutching your trophy, standing next to the duo, watching, and the rabbit's ears are twitching furiously.
Regular size bunny or bunny
Gotcha.
man?
do we need to roll initiative? I'm gonna
So you have the duo here with a rabbit clutching a trophy and another rabbit laying on that green table.
Do we know these two mooks that are animating giant rabbits?
Indeed, it's a visiting professor from the Germanic lands named Dr. Dusk, and his assistant, Dr. Zogmos.
Okay.
I'm gonna try casting sleep on
Good pick.
I'm not good enough really probably to drop the professor,
And
but
the rabbit's kind of bouncing up and down.
I'm gonna try casting sleep on the assistant.
On the assistant. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll.
You pull him up.
Oh, I roll 5d8, and that's how many hit points worth of creature.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pick a point within like 20 feet away from me, obviously, but I'm gonna center it on them and
Okay.
see how many people I can do.
Sleep's one of those legacy spells.
Yeah,
from,
it
like,
is.
back in the day. It still works the way it did in like AD&D, and
Yep.
so it makes it like completely underpowered compared to everything that's been designed. with
19.
mechanics. Ooh.
19. Okay. Well, one of these guys, the assistant, Dr. Zogmos, he falls to the ground in a faint or
Nice.
in a sleep. The bunny man doesn't really seem to be phased, but Dr. Dusk turns around and gives you a glare. No students allowed in this room. What are you doing here? You not in my classes?
This guy's out of line though, right? He's just playing. I mean, he's like,
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
Franz, get the students out of here. And the rabbit perks around and glares ominously at
I hop into the room
In bunny.
you. Okay.
in bunny form, in bunny man form. How does this guy react when I hop in? I say, am I late?
What? This is impossible, says the doctor. Franz, it is just you and Hans here on the table. What? Who? How is
I
there
am
another
Jans.
funny man?
I'm Jans the bunny man. Did you not know I was here as well?
Who are you?
I've already told you. I am the third bunny man. I'm Jans.
You're ruining my ritual.
Ritual, but you perhaps you should tell me what's going on with this ritual so that I can help with it as well. I'm going to cast Charm Person if I can get away with a spell to compel him to tell me what he's up to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I cast it.
Okay. And well,
We're so used to playing games where we have to roll a success for our
Yeah.
spells. It's like, no, I just cast
Like,
the
wait,
damn thing.
wait, what? Oh yeah, some of these things you can just cast.
Just
Then you have to
happen.
decide if he makes a saving throw against it or not.
it makes a wisdom save. Okay. Let's see.
Save DC 13 for my spells.
Yeah, well, lucky for you, he's not that wise. So
He'd have to not be that wise if I can
And you're
trick him
not
into thinking of
fighting
one of
it.
his bunny men that he forgot about.
So what was your name again?
Jans.
Jans. Ah, well, it's amazing that you're here. I mean, I've
I wag
Without
my wiggle my bunny tail.
Without the oracle, it is so strange. Do you have the fluid in you?
Not yet. I
The
don't.
bunny man fluid. It's in this syringe here.
But-
You need to recharge.
No, I'm just. Yes, I do need a recharge. Yes, funny you should ask. I hop over to get my recharge.
Help me get Hans off the table, and you lay down, and I will recharge you.
Okay, let's see how this goes. I
Wait,
hop
wait,
over
wait,
and
wait.
What is happening?
I don't
It's
even
just-
care.
It's so ridiculous. He can't resist.
Just let it happen.
Let's see how this goes.
Happen.
It completely changed his demeanor. I mean, clearly he's trying to remember where a third bunny man of his got
Okay.
created, and he's trying to go with it.
Okay, guys, while he's distracted with trying to turn our friend into a bunny man, we need to attack him, right?
I have a plan.
Yeah. So
Oh,
so here's
I
what I'm
hop
seeing.
onto the table.
we take the trophy and bolt. Is that the plan?
That's the plan. All right, so get this. We all hop on brooms, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we fly into the room because I see there's another door on the far side there. I'm using meta information again. And then, so we fly out the garage door and into that room and take the trophy and get out of here. And then we go celebrate the hackathon with everybody else.
While I'm getting all sorts of weird shit injected into my butt.
Hey,
Yeah.
you volunteered.
You volunteered for this.
Oh, is this the way it is? Is this how it is?
That's how it is.
Well, no, we don't judge.
Nope.
Think about what it could do for your career,
I
being
know.
a large rabbit.
No, let's find out.
All right.
It's a
so
great
that's the plan.
gimmick.
All right.
What do we need to do, Paul? Roll initiative?
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that Rorik, in his illusory disguise, heads over towards the table. Now,
Correct.
what exactly is Danica doing?
I assume these are flying brooms.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because we never clarified that. They could
Yeah,
just be
sure.
the cleaning.
Yeah, you haven't
ride.
had flying lessons or anything, but I'll assume you you can figure, you've seen other students fly.
Well,
so
if I'm
how
terrible
hard-
at it,
How
I
hard
totally
could it
respect
be?
that. That's fine. Okay, so I hop on a broom, right? I want to open that door, okay? And I wanna come in to that other room from the around the side, okay?
Okay, so here's the thing. So I will let you be outside on the broom at this point because you said before that you were wanting to do all that.
Oh yeah,
So I'm going to assume that that's what you've been doing. And however, the door right there
yes.
to the golem room, which you're in, is closed.
The
So somebody
hold on,
needs to
let me
open that
get my
door.
laser pointer at, so I'm
So wait,
sure we're
the
talking about the same door.
Outside door?
This door right here,
This door is closed.
it's
and
closed.
somebody
Okay, cool.
needs
While
to
I'm
open
flying,
it.
I want to mage hand it open because that's a thing that mage hand can do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That works.
All right.
I won't even make you roll. So
Amazing, because I wouldn't know what to roll because mage hand doesn't have any numbers.
okay, so that's what you're doing. What's Aquila doing?
I am going to take a step further in, and I am.
Flying in formation.
Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. I am going to use Mage Hand to knock the bulb of green fluid out of Crazy Guy's hands.
I haven't gotten recharged yet. You lunatic.
Okay, he shrieks, throws his hands up, and he's like busy, basically stunned, looking down in horror at the bulb of
You
dripping
ruined it.
fluid.
We'll never know what happens now.
And now what? You're Rorik. What are you doing?
Is a free action. I give Aquila a dirty look.
Okay. Oh, simultaneously, you see the latch on the double door heading outside lift. And through the window, you see a dragon riding a broom.
You asked me what I was going to do. I'm going to cast heroism on myself because it can't hurt at this point.
You are a bunny after all. You might as well be
A heroic bunny. Well, I've got a rapier too. So I'm going to be a heroic 7-foot tall sword arm bunny in a moment.
Nice.
Okay, so you cast heroism. And Mauro, what do you do?
I was following on a broom, even if I think this is a slightly terrible
It's a
idea.
great idea.
I don't want to be
Okay,
left
so
behind.
you're out here.
Ah!
You're not sure what the flight speed velocities of these brooms are and the load bearing capacity, but it might be able to carry 2 people apiece. Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so you're hovering out there. The door is now unlocked.
Worth remembering those brooms are in there for repair.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so go ahead. We'll flip back to the 2 that aren't on brooms.
Whose
Well,
turn is
actually,
it?
no. What are you gonna do now, Dragonborn? Everybody else.
Yeah, if the
So,
door is
yeah.
open, there's a trophy being held by a bunny, and I'm gonna get it.
Okay, so I will use this marker to just do this. Doors open.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, the bunny's in there with the trophy. You see Dr. Dusk, in shock, looking down at his spilled fluid. The bunny seems confused. The bunny man who's not your friend seems puzzled by the bunny man who is your friend, by that presence of him. And yeah, so now what? Doors open, you're on the broom.
I'm gonna fly in. I wanna
Okay.
snatch that trophy.
Snatch.
Okay, make an attack check.
All right, here we go.
And you can make it at advantage because the bunny is not expecting a flying dragon to try to snatch the trophy.
I wouldn't either.
It's not a reasonable thing to expect.
I got a 19, and it's a good thing because I got that advantage because my first roll was a 9.
Okay, so you zip in and you snatch the trophy from the bunny man, and we'll stop right there. What is Mauro doing?
I'll also buzz into the room, and I'm gonna shout to Aquila and say, "Hop on!"
Okay.
Okay.
Is
I'll point out-
Danica succeeding in getting the trophy?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, she's got the trophy.
All right.
She wrenches it from the bunny man. The bunny man's ears go straight up, and his whiskers shoot out, and they're indeed 4 feet long, quite long whiskers.
Wow.
They look really familiar. And it's your turn there, Aquila.
I'm going to move over and take Mauro up on her offer of getting to share the broom.
Okay, you hop onto the broom, and how about Rorik?
Does it look like I don't want to just start stabbing people, but as soon as they actually initiate violence against us, then I will start stabbing them. And I'm afraid this bunny man might just be a poor bunny that's been transmogrified into something big. So I don't really want to be mean to it if I don't have to. But is anyone acting in a way that would suggest that I should take an attack on them or not yet?
Well, make a what check would we do for that? Make an insight
the
check.
broom.
Yeah, insight.
Based on wisdom. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1.
You're pretty sure that everything's gonna be okay.
Well, I still have him charmed. So I say, perhaps we should cut our losses and just gives him back a stupid trophy, yes?
I already have the trophy. Just get on the broom. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hop on the broom behind Danica then.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, as you hop on the broom, Dr. Dusk looks up and says, Fritz, Franz, get him, quick, stop him. They can't go. If they take the trophy, it's all over with.
Why? What is the point of this trophy? All right.
It's very
well,
bizarre. Yeah.
It probably started off as something besides just a participation trophy. So who knows?
yeah.
So
Well,
what do you guys do now?
I'm gonna step
The
this thing.
rabbit looks like it's going to jump any second now.
Yeah. Well, I kick it into gear and get out of there.
So you
Broom
zoom out.
into high gear.
You too,
Well,
Mauro?
Yeah. I zoom out.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you escape outside.
Whee!
And that's it. You've succeeded. You got the school trophy back. And you foiled the evil Dr. Dusk and his werebunnies.
And his enormous
So-
wear bunnies.
When we have a moment, I would like to do an identify on that statue.
You have
Oh.
identified?
I have identify.
Oh, useful.
Yeah, so once you identify it, you realize it is in fact not just a trophy. It is a quite evil artifact that allows transmutation of normal beasts into fiendish beasts.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Perhaps this ought to be pointed out to someone.
Oh yeah,
Official.
we've got to report all this to our faculty and teachers when they get back
And
from.
in the course of that, you scrape some of the gold paint off and realize that it's glowing with a foul green,
Yay.
nauseating glow underneath the.
Ah.
So what you're saying is we keep it secret and become powerful transmuters.
You
No,
know,
I think that's a terrible idea,
It's
actually.
a
might be
great
on-
idea.
I don't like that idea.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree with you, Mauro.
Look how far it got Professor Evil.
That's just because we stepped in. We're more
'Cause we
confident.
stepped in. Who's gonna step in on us?
Yeah, no one's gonna
will
step in
know.
on us.
There will always
Uh,
be more meddling kids.
Not
We are
if
in
we
a
have a tower
school-
in the mountains all by ourselves.
We are in a school full of other meddling kids.
Not if we have a tower in the mountains all the time.
Not if we have a tower in the mountain. Not if we establish our own academy.
Exactly, a rival academy.
Exactly. We'll be those kids
Yeah, I'm getting off here.
Yeah.
At the Three Roads Farm, even.
at Three Roads Farm.
Oh no. Not
You
bad.
just need the mystery wagon now, and you'll be all set.
Yeah.
So do the evil Germanic professors, do they decamp and disappear because they've been found out at this point?
Yeah, so once you escape off, I'll assume you wound up at the Hecaton Festival, the countdown celebration. You identify what really is up with the trophy. You talk to your favorite professor, one of the visiting adjunct faculty, and he smooths things out between Poncephalus and the headmaster and you, so that you're not in trouble for abandoning the groundskeeper as he was chasing the rabbits. And when the faculty quickly, that once the Hecaton Festival is over, they return to the school to track down Dr. Dusk, and he's gone.
They do due diligence once the party's over. They're like, oh my God, we'll get to this as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, they form a committee.
Right.
But nothing ever really comes of it. Dr. Dusk just kind of disappeared with his assistant, Dr. Zogmos. Nobody's really sure where they came from to begin with, and now they're out and about again somewhere. And there are no were-bunnies around the campus anymore, although those big jackrabbits are still around.
So mystery.
And we're the most popular students for the rest of the term, which is another week. And then we come back after the winter break and no one remembers any of it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Except, poor Neapolis, who's now the hero because he was knocked out defending the trophy from being stolen in the first place.
What was he doing in there anyway?
What was he
Stealing
doing
the
in there
trophy, I'm
anyway?
telling you.
Talk about a meddling kid.
Right. All right, well, folks, thank you very much for watching. This is just one of the infinite different combinations of adventures you could have inspired by 100 Oddities for an Arcane Academy. Check out it and its cousin titles on DriveThruRPG or at skirmisher.com. We have just more to count than we can count. So we hope you enjoyed those.